Peace and blessings, everybody. Welcome to Tiny's Agora. Today, we're going to watch the Raw Garden Club replay. We're going to watch a clip, and then we're going to open up for a little discussion at the end. I could not wait until our next meeting on March 4th, so I just wanted to meet with you guys and chat, see if you guys had any ideas of what you want to talk about on that March 4th meeting, and yeah, kind of just go from there. So we'll watch the clip of the first Garden Club meetup, and yeah, take our seats, and I'll get it started. All right, peace and blessings, everybody. Welcome to the first Raw Garden Club. I'm your host, Tiny. Today we're just gonna, it's the first one, so we're just gonna talk a little bit about why we started our gardening journey and then just our plans for this time. And at the end, we're gonna take some suggestions for topics to see what you guys want to talk about for next time. And then we're gonna take group pictures, so don't leave. So, alrighty. So the way I have it set up is basically I have the question and then I'll just go ahead and answer first, and then whoever wants to chime in can go ahead and answer the question. I'm going to have them up here on the screen. So hopefully it's easy. If you guys can't see the screen or anything, let me know, please. And yeah, we'll get started. Welcome to this Raven, welcome.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing all right. I'm just trying to go around and see what's going on.
Hey, well, this is the Garden Club. We're going to talk about our spring gardens.
Oh,
All right, so you can take a seat pretty much anywhere, on any seat, and we will get started. So I'm going to ask the question, and then we'll just go around the circle, and everybody else can answer too. So question one is, why did you start your gardening journey, and why? So for me, I started, I bought my house in the summer of 2021, and that fall I started some seeds. You see them right there on the right, some peppers and some broccoli that I ended up being able to harvest. It wasn't a lot, but it was nice, and it got me excited about trying some new stuff. So last spring I started up a garden, but I was pregnant, so I didn't really get to do the full thing like I wanted to. So now I'm here at spring 2023, and I'm super excited. I have my list is later on in the slides, so super excited to start all of those things. It's probably about 40 different seeds that I'm trying this year. So yeah, so whoever wants to go next, when did you start your gardening journey and why? I also just like fresh fruit. I guess that's good a good reason.
Sure. I'll go next. My name's Mo. I started my gardening journey, I think it was like 2020. And I live in a state, Nevada, where it's totally, legal for you to smoke weed. And so we decided to grow our own because we realized that, a lot of chemicals were being put into things. We also have our own plant-based, well, we were also doing like a plant-based diet and just being very conscious of, putting healthy things into our body and just trying to balance out as much as we could. So then that kind of always made me want to, grow my own food. I've always like been infatuated with this idea of being able to be self-sufficient, and also being very minimal with you using, the same herbs that we've been using for generations and that have been around and have, symptoms that can help with a lot of things. So I haven't done too much with actually growing food, because I still am in my same place. But because I know I will be moving, I am like a student and a sponge trying to suck as much knowledge as I can now. So when I'm actually in the dirt, I'm like, ready.
Yeah. So I know we were trying to get your herbs, herb garden set up in your window. So we definitely can circle back to that whenever you're ready.
I was thinking that. I was like, I think that's a good goal for me to do this spring. Like, finally, we've laid the blueprint so many times. So I think this Raw Garden Club will definitely help me, especially with how you make it really easy to like plan and like make your timelines and grow, and then how to keep the ants away and stuff, and how we all just come together and share, and learn from each other. So I think I could definitely get something started.
Yeah, I definitely think so. And Binks, how about you?
Hey, okay. Well, I suck. I try every damn year, except last year and this year. It kind of, just got sidetracked with Web3. But no matter where I've lived, my dad's got the green thumb. I mean, he's got a damn jungle in his backyard down in Florida. He's always had a jungle, whether it was his rooftop in New Jersey or wherever he lived. Um, Give him anything, he turns it into like a pine tree, whatever it is. Me, I've tried seeds. I tried them in the closet. I have all the lights. I've spent so much money trying to grow things, even weed. I mean, it's a weed. How can you screw up a weed? You know? And I find a way to do that. But when I bought this house, we had our property and everything. So while Kevin Acapella was at work, I was building, the garden boxes and we got the soil. Now we're upstate New York, so we don't have that good Garden State Jersey dirt soil that we have down there. Because you can grow anything in Jersey like crazy. Tomatoes, forget about it. But I had it going, but I had mints. I grew mints, and it took over the whole damn garden. And something else that grew so tall, but it never sprouted the fruit or the vegetable. I don't even remember what it was that was supposed to be growing. It was bigger than I was, but I never got anything out of it. The first year, though, I had tomatoes, we had some peppers, and all the goods, and I tried it again the next year. I had a little bit going, was fighting the mints again, that was everywhere. And I don't know. I ended up letting the alpacas go in there and just eat whatever was growing, just to clear it and mow it down for me before the winter.
No, it's so funny. I think as long as you just keep trying, you'll get it eventually. I feel like it's like nature, it does it by itself. So as long as you give it a little bit of something, pay attention to it, I think you can do it, especially if you come from a green thumb.
Yeah, I mean, I have seeds. I have tons of seeds. But I mean, you guys heard my chicken ordeal. I haven't had an egg in so long because of with the gardening, with the chicken and trying to get the fresh eggs and all that. It's like I don't even know what's safe anymore. I've ordered some seeds, like the medicinal herbs for teas and stuff, especially during the pandemic. I was like stocking up. But it's like, how do we know that these aren't tainted with, whatever is, I don't know. Maybe I need to get seeds from you guys and I'll give it a shot. Maybe I won't let them die because I know you guys went through the trouble of sending me those seeds.
Yeah, I just started, but I found I have the link in here later, but it's Baker Creek heirloom seeds, and like I only ever hear good things about them, so I tried them this year. So hopefully I have some good success stories from them.
Yeah, I remember that first year out here. I had the best arugula. Oh my god, it was so good. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sell this to the local Italian restaurant because that's how good it was. And I tried it again the next year, and I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything different, but it just wasn't growing like it was the first. I was getting these real thin leaves. It wasn't the nice ones like the year before. And then we ended up getting the alpacas, which if you guys want it, I can ship you some shit. Literally, apparently, alpaca beans are like gold for gardens, from what I learned. So I can apparently go into business selling shit, literally. I got plenty of it over here if you guys ever need it.
Yeah, that's how I actually see a lot of my local groups because I live like in the backwoods of South Carolina. So like there's a lot of farms and a lot of horses. So the horse manure is like a big thing, for the garden. So I always see people, hey, I have horse manure if anybody needs it. So that's definitely a good business to look into there. It's I've never used alpaca, but I'm sure it's just as good.
Yeah, they call it magic beans.
And who else is here? I saw Mano and Wall. Well, sorry, I'm gonna butcher that name. But if you guys want to unmute, this is the Garden Club. So our question now is, when did you start taking out? Move on to the next question.
I say hello to everybody here in the Spatial.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, how you guys doing? My name is Juan Liberace. I just wanted to come in and show support and say hello to everybody.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Yes, most definitely. You guys are in a meeting at what time?
It's kind of like we're doing like a virtual garden club. It's actually our first one today, so we're gonna be doing this. I'm gonna host it every first Saturday of the month. And we're just gonna meet up, talk about our gardens and how it's going, our spring plans. Once we actually get planting, how it's going. Just share tips and tricks and stuff like that. So.
Oh wow. I like that. I really like that. I have a little green thumb, but it might not be I'm into the other herbal though. But they all you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that was mine too.
You know what I'm saying?
When she said your garden journey, that's what I said. That's what I grow. So hey, we can still all share tips, And Tiny, don't forget to mention that NFT, because everybody that comes through can also get that NFT by filling out that Google form.
Oh yes, please let me know about that NFT and everything. I just want to let y'all know that I'm just coming around the spatials and finding good communities to be a part of and things like that. I haven't had my avatar, but nothing right now is together, okay? So y'all, I don't know how to I know how to do a lot of things. I'm very technical, but right now I'm kind of like just starting to stuff, you know what I'm saying? So as I look into things, I will have it together. But I'm also on Twitter and other places, and I am a DJ. And I would just like to, if I have permission to play a nice song for you guys, I would like to do that and show respect by playing a nice song for you guys.
Yeah, can we do it after we do the questions? And if you
want, you sure can. I will be here. Yes.
Sweet. And if you want, you can drop your Twitter into the chat over here, and then I'll definitely follow you after we're done.
And
do you mind promotion?
No, I mean, go ahead. Let us know what you do.
Okay, because I'm promoting you right now on Twitter. You are being heard on Twitter, Clubhouse, and Twitch right now. Okay, so like I said, I'm very technical. So I am here making sure that people can also hear what's going on here. And everybody now, this is Juan Liberace. Come to the Raw Garden Club, and they're doing their monthly meeting, y'all. And we are fasting right here. Great community. We have interaction here, y'all. And Juan Liberace is fitting in to make sure that we get in where we fit in. Go ahead, everybody.
Ooh, that's so cool.
We definitely have to connect.
Yes, and we are actually.
I'm on mobile, so I can't see the chat. But save that link for me. We need a host at Third Planet.
And we are also streaming live on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook also. So this is all like simultaneous. We're streaming all across. And happy to have you here. And Binks, I got you. Just let me know.
Definitely, and that's there. And if anybody wants to check, when you go to the Twitter, you guys right there on there, you'll hear the quality. Everything is good,
Nice, awesome. So yeah, let's get through the rest of these questions. There's only 4 questions, so let's just get through these, and then we'll definitely bring off into that and see what you got going on. So let's move on. Next question is: have you started your seeds for the spring, and what are you planting this spring? So for me, the only thing I started so far is some flowers with my kids, because we do the homeschooling thing, so we're learning about how things grow. So we started some flowers, some marigolds and zinnias. Me and my daughter's zinnias are growing. My son's marigold hasn't popped up yet, so trying to give it some extra love so he doesn't get too sad that his isn't growing. And then I do have my whole list here. You guys can feel free to read through that. I don't want to read all of them and drone on, but yeah, definitely a good mix of things I want to try this year. So yeah, anybody next? Anybody want to share what they're planning this year?
I will go
flowers.
next.
I don't have that problem.
Oh no, go ahead, Binks.
You want to go, Mogasso?
Oh no, I was saying you could go ahead.
Okay, I didn't know if I was working. Okay, flowers I don't have a problem with so much, except for them falling apart during the winter. But yes, I had my what are those? Oh God, now I gotta think of the names of all of them. And I just thought of them when you were saying them. the big bush, the peonies. I had beautiful peonies last year, and then the really tall ones, the gladiolas. Those, oh my god! The problem I have with those guys are they get so tall that they start tipping over. So I've been using those tomato kind of metal fan thingies, trestles, to kind of hold them up. But those are beautiful. I get beautiful bouquets out of those. They sprout like crazy. Anything else I've planted, I failed with roses. But yeah, I got those. They're going for 3 years now. And then the purple ball. What are those called? I get a weird name. It's almost like the onion, and it's really tall, and it's just like a purple ball at the top of it. I can't remember the name of those, but those sprouted last year. They were kind of smaller than the ones that we used to order when I used to work for a flower company. But those are really pretty. So, and those come back every year. So is it? I always get confused. Is the annuals that come back every year or the perennials?
It's very misleading. The perennials come back every year. The annuals only last for 1 year.
Okay, that's how it goes. Okay, that's why I'm confused.
But yeah,
and morning glories. Morning glories are fun, and I've been trying to get them to grow through our fence and cover that. But the chickens keep eating them, so.
I got some of those for this year too. I'm excited. I built this trellis like out of a cattle panel thing, like this metal arch thing, and I tried to get stuff to trellis over it last year, and it just like did not. So this year I'm trying to get some actual flowers growing up on it, or some beans or something. It's just weird.
They grow so quick and like overnight. So every day you have to go out there and like separate and direct the branches. Otherwise they end up in like one big knotted curly like mess. And you're like, damn, I need that one branch. And then it snaps and it's like, ah. But yeah, you have to definitely maintain to get them to go in the direction you want them to go.
Nice. Yeah, I actually like that. I like plants like that where you actually have, because I like going out to the garden every day, like in the spring and just walking around. So it gives me something to do. Did anybody else want to go next? Talking about have you started your seeds for the spring and what are you growing this year? If anybody wants to unmute and let us know.
I currently am not growing yet. I do have a question because I am currently in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm moving to Kansas. And if anybody has any, information on the environment and things like that in Kansas or whatever, and what is good to grow outdoors, that'd be great. But I want to say you guys are sounding very good and, very versed and knowledgeable in things that you're talking about so far. So I know you guys will. This is a place that I will come for knowledge, most definitely.
Thank you.
Tiny, so what would you recommend for someone moving to, like, for them to see what kind of stuff they can plant there? Because I know there's kind of like a process for that as well. And then maybe I'll share.
Yeah, so I usually mostly like the Farmer's Almanac as like a base, and then kind of go from there. Because at the end of the day, it's really just trial and error. People are gonna tell you you can't grow stuff in certain places, but it doesn't hurt to just like throw the seeds in the dirt and give it a try. So yeah, I definitely start with the Farmer's Almanac, and then like groups, like find like local groups, Facebook groups, or whatever, Twitter groups, or wherever you find your people. Just find some people that are in that area. I'm in South Carolina. I think I'm in 8A. I don't know if you guys know your zones, but I think I'm either 8A or 8B. So we had to see. Do you know what zone that's in? Sorry, I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. Liberace.
Wally, I do not know the zone, and I will look into that. That's why I say you guys are very knowledgeable. So I'm taking this in so that way I can, and writing things down so that way I can look into more of those things. Like I say, I'm more of a indoor, cannabis grower, which is staying off the grid type of stuff. So I always was looking at that type of things, understand? That never was like the geographical type of things,
Yeah. Yeah. I think with like vegetables and fruits and herbs, it's really, I don't want to say foolproof, sorry, but yeah, it's just kind of like you gotta just get in there and do it, because at the end of the day, stuff's always gonna go wrong when you're growing stuff. So That's always my advice: is just do it and see what happens. But yeah, well, I'll definitely share. Once I'm done sharing my screen with the little presentation, I'll try to check out the map. I have it linked somewhere around here, so I'll go to the map on my screen and we can see where Kansas is.
It'll be Wichita.
Wichita. Okay, cool. So when we go to that, I'll definitely I'll remember that. All right, cool.
But I'm not going to be there too long. This is just some temporary. I got me a cheap house there. I was like, yeah, I'm just going temporary. You know, they sold the house here in Phoenix, you know, good profits. So I'm just temporary going somewhere for it. So I know I'm going to need to do something. It's snowing there now. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. And I think Mocaso, did you want to go? And I don't know, is Chai still here?
Sure. I do see Chai still here sitting in the butterfly chair. I know Spatial's been a little funny recently, but she is still here and she cheered. So I
Yeah.
see her still active. Look, like we were just saying, we're starting out simple. We haven't been growing any thing in our tent. Um, but I do still want to grow things like we were talking about in my window. But I also want to get some like eucalyptus and like air purifiers this season. So I think that will be something like just to kind of grow in my home. And then I was also trying to figure out a few herbs that I use just like in our meals or in our teas that I can start there. And then we've considered like hemp instead of cannabis and things like that. But again, I think just starting what I would say this year I would like to do is eucalyptus and then something in my windowsill for sure.
Yes, and that's a good goal to start with. So I'm excited to see what you start and hopefully get to see your little progress. I see some more people hopped in here. Welcome to the Raw Garden Club. We're just kind of chatting about what we are growing this year, and we got about 2 questions left, and then we're going to get into some other stuff. So anybody here wants to unmute and let us know what you are growing this year, go ahead, feel free to unmute and let us know. Otherwise, we are going to move on to the next question.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, welcome. Well, alrighty, all right. So let's go to the next question. Oh, this one's quick. So, what new crops are you trying? Oh, it's like rugging you. I can't hear you. Well, alrighty, guys. I didn't want it to go too long. You can catch the rest of the video on YouTube. My YouTube is Tiny Creates. There's also a link for it in the gallery on the other side of where we're sitting, so you guys can check there for it. I do have the baby didn't want to go back to sleep, so I do have the baby. Sorry if you hear him in the background. But yeah, let me go back through the chat and see what we wanted to talk about. I know we need to talk about Mimi's balcony. Did anybody want to start anywhere? Anything that they wanted to share? Is Mimi still here? Seriously, okay. Let me see. Okay, she said she is. Alrighty.
Okay, I think I got it. Can
Hey,
you guys
how are
hear me?
you? Yep.
Oh, perfect.
All right. So I guess if nobody has anything to say about the video, we can start talking about your balcony. So tell us what's the deal? What's the issue? What we trying to do?
Well, I have this beautiful tree in front of the balcony, which is great for shading, but for growing, not so much. So I think when I was thinking about the um, squash and how it grew better in the pot, I don't know if it was because it was in the pot versus where I had it positioned on the balcony where I get most of the sun with this tree that's here. Um, so my goal is to, I don't even know if this is an option, but I have this beautiful raised bed. It's in the perfect spot, but it does not get a lot of sun. So, I mean, it gets some sun, but not a lot. So I don't know if there's something that I can grow that doesn't require a lot of sun, or do I actually need to move it? It's really heavy because I have like 3 bags, huge bags of dirt and soil in it. Um, so that would be my first goal. But if I need to move it, I will, and just determining what's the best to grow in my area.
So how much sun would you say you get on your balcony like per day, like directly hitting your balcony?
Um, I would say in the afternoon, like 3, 4, it moves to the side of my house. So it's definitely morning sun to noon. But once it gets like 3, 3:34, it's on the side of my house
Ah, okay,
or my
that is.
apartment.
And you, yeah, I was gonna say, and you only have the balcony, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Let me share my other screen because I have like this little list that I have that says all the different like how much sun each one needs. So let's go through
Mm-hmm.
and look at this list. I'm just gonna switch it so I don't have to.
Last year I was a little more brave. I tried to grow kale, spinach, all the greens like collards, mustards. Um, Let me think. And I mean, it just didn't harvest much. Like most of the greens, maybe I had a couple of sprouts, but after that, I just had one that kept sprouting leaves. Um, and then even my herbs did well. My tomato plant, it grew tall and it was beautiful, but it never harvested any tomatoes.
And do you fertilize them at all, or is like when you plant like what how do you plant? Do you just plant them and then you just water after, or like what's that look like?
I tried to, well, I did the other part of last year too, is I did wait later in the spring season. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I did use soil this time and tried to mix, um, what is it called? Fertilizer and soil together and, kind of like pre-treat it as I was growing the seeds inside the house under like the little lamp situation. And then I planted them, um, once they had like grown and they were like almost tilting over. They had grown so much in the little sprouts that I had grown in the house.
I would say because that it's kind of just like unfortunate that you don't get sun there because unfortunately they do need sun. But I would
Yeah.
say like everything around it, try to do as much as you can. So like the soil, if you're doing the fertilizer, that's good. You can try to do like there's like water soluble fertilizers that you can do like especially if you're doing in pots or like raised beds, that you can do like every week or every 2 weeks to try to give it like since it's not getting as much sun and you can't really do anything about that, try to like up everything else. So make sure you're like watering them right. Like see how on the screen right now I have like this whole list of how much sun and water they should get. So I'm trying to like make sure that I stay on and give them like exactly what they
Mm-hmm.
need. So that way that they
Mm-hmm.
if it is lacking somewhere like say like for your instance like sun, at least I'm trying everything else to get it to do what it wants what it needs to do.
Right.
But let me see. Let me see if there
Okay.
were any in here that were you said like 3 to 4. I think most of mine
This is just stuff that I'm growing. This is not like a full list of everything in the world. So what's that? You can go like I'm gonna share the Farmer's Almanac in a little bit, so you can use that. But I go mostly by like whatever it says on the seed packet. So like I get my seeds from Baker Creek Heirloom. So from there, like on every page, it literally has like all this stuff. So it tells you the how much sun, how much water, how far you should space them apart. Basically, all this stuff that I have on this screen right here, it has in the description for each seed. So I just put it all together and then go from there.
Oh, because I see where you have like full sun, 6 hours, 6 to 12.
I'm trying to get it. It's not showing the same part on my screen that it's showing. I'm trying to show you. So I'll just read them. So the ones that I have it says 4 to 12 hours for the mint that I have, 2 to 6 hours for the chives. So I don't know if that's anything that you'd be interested in. Fenugreek is 4 to 6 hours.
What was the last one?
Fenugreek?
Oh, what's that?
Girl, I don't know. Something for some tea. Something for some tea. I just be buying all kind of stuff. But no, you can use it in tea.
Okay. Yeah, the mint and the chives for sure.
Nice. So yeah, I guess you could start there and then sorry, I have like one arm on the baby, so I'm trying to like look stuff up and do this at the same time. Sorry guys.
Mm-hmm. Mm, that would be good. LED hanging light, and I have water solubles.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that, like putting grow lights on that didn't even cross my mind. That's yeah.
Yeah, because I have a grow light that came with like my first grow kit that I bought in 2020. So I still have that light, but I don't know how to set it up outside. And I don't have a plug outside, but I could do like an extension cord or something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard. I found this thing, so we can read to this, but I just searched like what can I grow with 4 hours? It gave me 5 hours, but so here it says let me tell you what did good in my shady spot because I actually put my garden like in the wrong spot last year. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really get as much sun as I thought I was gonna get. But what did well was the lettuce, and my marigold. I guess you don't really need flowers, but marigolds did pretty good. What else did good over there?
Well,
Even
I
my
heard that the
tomatoes.
marigolds help with the insects and stuff. So
Yeah,
I
they
did
do.
I did plant those with it.
Nice. So yeah, those should do well in the shade. What else did I have? Man, I was like super pregnant last year when I was doing the garden. So like it's like a blur. Like I remember doing it, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I really do. But let me see. So let me see what it says on here. So yeah, lettuce should do good. Cabbage, other leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower, onions, carrots.
Okay.
So those good. And then let me actually see Do I have my garden plan up somewhere? Because I'm gonna leave those. I'm actually gonna leave those beds where they are because I have 4 of them and they're like 100 gallons. So inside, like they have soil in them, so they're not moving. They're so heavy. So I'm just gonna leave them there. Let me see. I'm gonna try to pull it up on my phone real quick because I'm trying to. I can't log in on my thing. Hold on. But I know this year, I think that's what I put. I put the broccoli, the lettuce, some beans I'm gonna try up there because like one spot gets like a little bit more sun, so I'm gonna try to put the beans right there. Because like even tomatoes, I think are supposed to have like a good amount of sun, but they did fine up there. So I'm gonna try those again. Let me see. This.
Peace and blessing. I haven't really tried to grow. I think I did. It was like some mint. It was like herbs like that. But other than that, they have restrictions out here. But that's why I'm like looking into the hydro because I have a friend out here in the desert and he has a whole setup where he had like built a house behind his house and that's gonna be indoor. And oh, it was good. I mean, I'll send you guys a picture of it. It was really dark, dark, black, purple. And I'm like, wow, I've never seen anything like this. Seriously. So I'm looking more into the hydro, but out here it's pretty tough like it is there because it gets so hot. So I kind of gave up last year. I'm killing too many plants because I was repotting too soon, I guess as well. And another thing that came was like there was like I had an issue with the gnats, so I got rid of my plant and put it out on the balcony. So I'm just a newbie, I guess. It was very much worth it. Like I said, the product was so amazing. Like growing it yourself, I suggest it. But otherwise, I'm learning from you guys, you ladies.
I found the picture, but while y'all were talking, the screen went black and it disappeared. So I'll just try to remember. Let me see. So I think up there was broccoli. I think I put my peas up there. And then actually, let me show the screen again because
Yeah, I definitely eat a lot of cauliflower.
yeah, so that is supposedly supposed to do good. So you could even try that. Like I was saying in the video too, like I mean you could always just try. I guess you have limited space, so it's kind of like, but did we ever say like how much space do you have on the balcony?
It's a pretty good size. I have big furniture out there too. Like I have a whole, like I could share, the ottoman's so big. I could share it. Like it's not like a one person ottoman, with, a couple chairs, with my raised bed, with all these other planters that I use. I probably have like 4 other planters that I use. And the raised bed last year, I did the zucchini and squash, I think only. That's what I remember. And then in the pots, I did the kales, like all of the greens and stuff. So I was thinking to do it in reverse if I went with squash and zucchini to put them in the pots this year and then do all the lettuce in the raised bed. But now that we're looking at like the cauliflower and cabbage, like those are things that I eat a lot. So
Yeah, so I guess it kind of is limited space. You have a good amount of space, but still, I guess, limited to a point. So yeah, I guess I'll
yeah,
just
because I've seen your pictures and I don't have, if I had a yard, oh my gosh, I would be like you.
I just actually found a new, I'm gonna have to post it. I found a new little garden site that I'm doing on the back side of my shed. I've been trying to like till it, but I've been doing it by hand. So it's like, I'm dead. It takes so much work. So I've been trying to work on that, but I'm building out like a whole, I want to say like maybe like 7 by like 8 feet that I'm tilling up right now to try to plant in the ground. So I can't wait to show y'all that if I ever get it freaking tilled. We'll see.
And then how soon, because I haven't really kept up with watering and, keeping the soil outside hydrated. So I feel like I need to be doing that now. It's been probably consistently in the 50s and 60s here.
Okay,
and of course at night dropping to like 40 or below some nights.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, you could definitely get the soil ready if you mix in like the compost. Did you say you use compost? I know you can buy it. I have like a compost barrel thing. But I'm pretty sure you can buy it in the store too. So I would mix in like mix that in. I have worm castings that I mix in too, which is supposed to be good for it. But just trying to actually maybe we'll cover that at the next meeting on the 4th. We'll talk about like how to get the best soil. Let me write that down. Let me write that in the chat. Please, somebody write that in the chat so I don't forget. Yeah, so we'll talk about soil and how to get like the best start for your plants with the right soil. But yeah, we could definitely do that. So that's where I would start, and then yeah, we would have to just, I guess, go from there. From there, you just have to make sure, well, you could look into how much you should fertilize each one and kind of try to keep up with that. Like that's on my, that's on this one over here.
Yeah, I did fertilizer, but I did not do compost because I mean, I just don't have the space. I wish I could have like a little section to make my own compost.
Yeah, no, I know you could definitely, I'm pretty sure almost 100% you can buy it in the store. So I would definitely get some and mix that in, and some worm casting can, and then we'll talk about some other stuff because there's like bone meal, blood meal. There's like all kinds of stuff you can mix in.
Okay. So worm casting and then compost.
Oh, sorry. Hold on one second.
Welcome everyone. While Tiny does that, I did drop in the chat. Our next garden meeting is on March 4th. Tiny leads the Raw Garden Club, and we meet every first Saturday. The full replay for the first garden club is on her YouTube, and today has also been streamed and recorded and will also be available on her YouTube and also on P2D Raw Network YouTube. So you guys are welcome to check out the space as well. I know she has a lot of pictures, and also the YouTube. Definitely watch that first episode from our garden club. A lot of different people shared a lot of different things. It was really great. Even today was a lot of great learning things. So this has been really cool. Peace and blessings. I'm gonna get going before the baby wakes up as well. Trying to get some work done. Awesome. Thanks for stopping by, Shiva. You have a great day. Have a good day, Mo. Have a good day, ladies.
Bye, you too.
Sorry, this guy needs a diaper change real bad. So yeah, we can if you I mean we can still sit here and chat, but just like give me a minute, I guess, and I guess we can wrap up the stream.
Yeah, I was about to say the same. I think that's a good place to wrap it up as well, Tiny. I think you got a lot of good points. Next meeting will be 3-4. Of course, Mimi, if you want to hang out and chat like Tiny said, of course we can. But I'll definitely end the stream here, and we'll be back on March 4th.
Yeah, I got a lot to keep me busy the next couple of weeks. So.
Right.